Ever wondered why your computer program can't just clean up after themselves? Or why your apps don't magically know when to update without a prompt? Or better yet, why doesn't software just get what you want without you clicking a button? Well, prepare to be slightly less mystified as we explore these wonders and more in the domestic bliss of event-driven programming. When you hear event-driven programming, you might picture a calendar full of coding meetups or a to-do list that your software diligently ticks off. Hello and welcome, I'm Karel and I'll be your CTO for this enlightening journey. CTO could also be Chief Tutorial Officer. You see, event-driven programming, contrary to popular belief, isn't about software taking its own sweet time to decide when it'll perform tasks. Like a spouse who views house cleaning as a once-in-a-blue-moon event. It's actually a sophisticated system where certain actions are performed in response to specific triggers or events, much like nudging your partner to clean the house. In essence, this programming paradigm waits for events, such as user inputs, messages from other programs, or sensor outputs, and then, like a suddenly motivated spouse upon hearing, "Honey, could you clean the living room?" springs into action to execute predefined tasks. It's reactive, not proactive, making your software feel more responsive and, let's face it, a bit more human. Now, when would you actually use this domestically inspired programming model? Imagine if the only time your house got clean was when you specifically asked for it. Or better, when certain conditions were met, like the arrival of guests. That's event-driven programming for you. Exceptionally useful for applications that need to wait for user interactions, such as clicking a button, receiving data from another system, or even detecting a change in the environment. Then, it leaps into action and performs tasks efficiently and effectively. It's not about the mundane, everyday tasks, but rather waiting for that specific trigger, like the doorbell ringing to signify guests have arrived, which then unleashes a flurry of cleaning activity. This makes your application efficient, as it uses resources only when necessary, and highly responsive to the user's needs or system signals, ensuring a clean, tidy user experience, metaphorically speaking. Why choose this over a more traditional always-on approach? Imagine having your spouse clean the house from top to bottom daily, regardless of whether it's necessary. Not only is it a colossal waste of energy, but you might also miss out on the flexibility and spontaneity of responding to needs as they arise. With event-driven programming, you get a system that's both power efficient and ready to respond to specific needs, ensuring that resources aren't wasted on unnecessary tasks. It's like having a house that cleans itself, but only when it needs to, combining efficiency with a touch of magic. In simple terms, event-driven programming is all about making your software respond to specific action or triggers, much like you'd clean your house when needed, rather than on a relentless daily schedule. For those who like the technical jargon, it's a programming paradigm in which the flow of the program is determined by events such as user actions, clicks, keyboard presses, sensor outputs, or message passing from other programming or threads. This approach is for everyone who appreciates efficiency and responsiveness in their applications, and for those who enjoy overcomplicating things with fancy terminology. For more adventures in coding, consider clicking on one of these two gems on the left. Trust me, one of them is handpicked just for you, because algorithms thinks it's a match made in heaven. The other is our latest escapade in programming land. Who knows? You might learn how to automate your entire house, or at least make apps that do the dishes.